So, February 2024, I went to London with my, at the time, girlfriend, and we went to the Floris shop on Jermyn Street. Now, it's a bit of a mecca for James Bond fans. I think it was the Bond Experience channel visited, and there might be some others as well. Even they got some interviews with staff that work there. It's a bit of a museum in general for just the building, the history of it, and so on. But it does also have a few touches in there that are pretty good nods for James Bond fans. And the member of staff that I spoke to was well aware of this. In fact, I even got the impression that this is a regular thing that Bond fans go there. So it was quite nice, really friendly. They even gave us some free samples and so on. Just really nice guys. So if you get a chance to go to the shop, I would recommend it. I had a really good time. So reading from the inside cover of the box, the description is Number 007 Eau de Parfum. Created in celebration of the James Bond film franchise's special anniversary, 60 years since the release of Dr. No in 1962. This exclusive fragrance is fondly distilled from 60 incredible years of 007 on the silver screen. Number 007 naturally draws inspiration from the effortless style and substance of the legendary man himself, as well as being developed from carefully gleaning the spectacular cinematic experience of the exotic locations featured in the films, coupled with the diverse and truly exceptional cultural influence that the Bond films have inspired over generations. A rich and spicy fragrance with amber at its base, this captivating scent is a blend of refreshing citrus and juniper notes set against a subtly smoky accord with flashes of spicy dianthus carnation and an aromatic heart created by a fusion of rose, lavender, rosemary and geranium, underscored by the reassuring warmth of a sensual amber, sandalwood, oak moss and musk. Trust me, you mess it up right at the end. So I tend to keep this on here. And as you can see, I've got a few items to show you. So this is the item itself, obviously. I'll get into that shortly. Christmas 2022, I seem to remember I did a video at the time, in fact, where I'd got this. It was a Christmas cracker from the 007 store, the official one. And inside it, you get this sample bottle. I seem to remember that Christmas I got quite a few James Bond related items, but anyway, separate issue. When I went to the Floris shop, they did actually give me a couple of samples, and the number 89 is actually an Ian Fleming related one. I believe that's one that he was a fan of, and that this is sort of based on, but updated somehow. Now, when I got this from the shop in February 2024 last year, I got this luggage tag as well. Should turn it around, to be fair. I've put it the wrong way around. It's got number 007 on there as well. So you get that with this in general when you buy them, I think, online or in the shop. Or you did anyway at one point. So this is what you get now. You get it, it's normally wrapped in plastic. I kept it covered just so it kind of keeps it dust free, basically. Because it's kind of a display item at the moment. But I'll get inside the thing now. So this is on the back of the box. Purveyors of the finest perfumes and toiletries to the court at St. James's since the year 1730. And as you can see there, that's the address. That's where I bought this from. So this is the box that you get. There you go. So to get inside the thing, I say I was keeping it free from dust. Obviously, you can see what I mean here. Any part of it that's not been free from dust has unfortunately suffered a little bit, but I'll clean that off in a second. That's better. So now that I've tidied that up a little bit, let's have a closer look at the logo here. It's very nice. Obviously, it's kind of got a look of the opening credits of Dr. No with the dots. Something that they brought back in at No Time to Die in 2021. Now, to get into the box, you just simply open it at the top here. As you can see, there's some stuff in there, so I will just slide those out. So that comes out like that. I'm trying to do this gently without doing too much damage to the thing. So it's got an inner box, similar to the outer one. Very Very similar, in fact. So that's what you get there. Now, to get into this, it's quite nice. It's got a magnetised cover there. So that opens. And what you get on the inside, if you wanted to pause, you can have a read of that. You get this. That's the thing itself, obviously. You get this nice booklet, which I'll come to in a moment. So let's have a look at the bottle. So that just pops out of there. And this is the bottle itself. So it's Floris on the side. Just so you can see the finer details. This, I believe, is a screw top. Correction, no, it's not. It just pulls off like that. Very nice. And there you go, fairly straightforward design. So this came out on the 60th anniversary, so that was back in 2022. That's when this one got released with this booklet anyway. So I'm going to read the text from that context. So here we go. This year we celebrate the 60th anniversary of the James Bond series on the silver screen. Eon Productions have partnered with the Floris family to mark the occasion with the creation of Number 007 Eau de Parfum. Number 007 is a rich, multifaceted scent with a warm depth and an air of style and sophistication, while exuding a sense of insouciance and excitement. The scent opens with the exhilarating note of juniper, a fragrant nod to the Vesper Martini, with a refreshing burst of bergamot, lemon, and a sweet orange reflecting the stunning Italian backdrop of the films such as From Russia with Love 1963, The Spy Who Loved Me 1977, Moonraker 1979, Quantum of Solace 2006, Casino Royale 2006, sorry, Quantum of Solace 2008, get it right, Spectre 2015, and most recently No Time to Die 2021. These uplifting top notes are balanced with the delicate addition of smooth rose, the national flower of England, pairing perfectly with dry woody tones and a hint of smoky dianthus carnation. The carnation also serving as a reference to the red carnation worn first by Sean Connery on the lapel pin of his classic white dinner jacket while playing Bond in Goldfinger 1964. Daniel Craig later recreated the look in Spectre 2015. Warm, glowing amber within the fragrance, reminiscent of rum and the hot climate of the exotic film locations of Jamaica, Dr. No 1962, Live and Let Die 1973, No Time to Die 2021, and adds a sensual, reassuring depth. Finally, a hint to the rugged landscape of Glencoe, Scotland, one of the stunning cinematic locations for Skyfall 2012 is displayed in Number 007 by way of the subtly spicy facet of oak moss, which combined with comforting musks adds a rich intensity and earthly warmth to the scent. So the booklet continues onto the back page and it talks about the reason why they've gone with the dot motif. I'll read that out, it's very short. Buff, if you're watching this, there is definitely a Topher joke in here. You'll be glad to know I'm not going to make it, but you'll see what I mean as I'm reading this out. Dr. No 1962 was the first film in the James Bond franchise. As the film begins, audiences see a single white dot appear on screen and morph into the barrel of the gun through which Bond is seen. He shoots and the screen is washed in red. This now iconic motif is immediately followed by a title sequence made up of a collection of coloured dots dancing across the screen. The sequence was created by designer Maurice Binder, who went on to design the titles of 14 Bond films. It was from this iconography that we drew inspiration for Number 007's design and look, a visual which all James Bond fans will be able to identify and resonate with, sparking a warming sense of nostalgia. Obviously, there are the cheaper James Bond fragrances that have been around for years. You get them from shops like Boots and Savers. This one's much nicer, obviously a bit more expensive, £100. I believe it was reduced from £200. It was on offer when I bought it, but I think that's just the general price now. So check it out. and thank you very much for watching. Christmas 2022 from memory it was. I think I even talked about it on the channel at the time. I did get this from the official 007 store, so you can see the core down there as well. Look, that's rather, where are we? Rather disturbing. Sorry, core, you've got a bit of a cameo in this one.